of these have something to do with your true identity. Then, who exactly are you?
What's up, Rovers? Are y'all ready to dive into the world of Wuthering Waves? Hopefully this video finds you well, as official launch is about 1 day after this video goes live. We'll be streaming its release on Twitch with massive giveaways for Lunite subscriptions, Welkin, and Battle Passes. Have questions? That's another reason to come through. But perhaps the biggest question everyone has for every new gacha game they want to try is it worth it to re-roll? For those unfamiliar, rerolling is the act of making multiple accounts and playing through the tutorial in an optimized way to gain access to the gacha system and early pulls as soon as possible. To some, it's a lot of effort, to others, it's a long-term investment to get your desired 5 stars early and save for future banners. If you don't get the units you want, you restart on a fresh account. Let's start with what I think about rerolling on Wuthering Waves. Now, I don't think it's worth it. Some of you will reroll regardless, but at least hear me out why. I played over 200 hours of the closed betas and farmed pretty much all the ways you can get the premium currency. Up front, I can tell you that the 1.0 patch, including pre-registration rewards and other freebies, totals over 300 pulls, or convenes, across all content available. I was personally able to farm over 100 convenes from just doing content during the final closed beta, ignoring the free extra convenes we got from Kuro during the test period. I did not fully finish exploration and averaged 70% everywhere. The recent official Wuthering Waves livestream from 2 days ago confirmed that the 1.0 patch will include extra regions, not included in the final beta test, as well as 2 new main story chapters, meaning the potential amount of Asterite, Wuthering Waves premium currency, is now even higher. Why does this matter? Let's break it all down. The first topic is about the rerolling process. Rerolling in Wuthering Waves is not fast. It will take the average player roughly 40 to 50 minutes per attempt to clear the story far enough and gain access to enough easy convenes to make the attempt worthwhile. To restart, they will then have to make a new account and redo the entire prologue all over again, unlock the gacha system again, and farm out the easier convenes to pull again. Even to veteran rerollers, it will still take roughly 30 minutes per attempt. This makes it extremely inconvenient to repeatedly reroll for better luck. The second point includes important things you will want to be farming day 1. There is a free 4-star weapon box separate from the pre-registration rewards, and a bunch of weapon and skill upgrade materials you can get from mining every day. It takes about 10 minutes to do the mining route. The merchant can be found at the top of the mineshaft at Tiger's Mon just south of the main city you gain access to after the prologue. I'll have a video showcasing it once the game goes live tomorrow in case they moved. Mining ore respawns every day on reset, and it takes roughly 2 to 3 days to get enough ore from the surrounding area for the weapon box. There are blue rarity skill upgrade materials for all weapon types as well. It takes about 1 day of ore spawns to buy out 1 weapon type skill and ascension materials. It's currently the only in-game farmable 4-star weapon that does not require a ton of crafting materials to make. Spending time rerolling puts you further behind from getting that free 4-star weapon box and skill materials. The third point includes how launch banners work for Wuthering Waves. Not only are we getting a beginner banner called Novice Convene that guarantees a 5-star unit within 50 convenes, but there is a separate 5-star Selector banner for standard units as well. The beginner banner is discounted by 20%, costing only 8 convenes per 10 you do. Do keep in mind you cannot single pull on this banner. So at most 40 convenes for 50 chances. Once you get your random guaranteed standard 5-star, the beginner banner will then be replaced by a standard 5-star Selector banner where you can pick the 5-star you want. The Selector banner has a hard pity of 80 and will always grant you your 5 stars selected. The pool of standard 5 stars include Jianshin, Calchero, Verena, Lingyang, and Encore. You can only get 5 stars from these banners once before they disappear. We are getting 84 standard convenes, known as Lustrous Tides, from a mixture of pre-registration milestone rewards, launch day rewards, 7-day login rewards, and union level or account rank milestones. It takes at most 120 convenes to fully clean out the Novice and 5-star Selector banner. However, note that soft pity does actually exist in Wuthering Waves, and while I don't have concrete data, everyone who played the recent closed betas can attest to it being present. I'm not sure when it starts exactly. 5 more each of standard convenes, limited character, and limited weapon convenes can be found in the monthly shop bought with the common pity currency known as Oscillate Corals, which comes from just pulling on the gacha in general. The game also launches on the 23rd of May. In a little over a week, the monthly shop will refresh again, with 5 convenes for all 3 banner types each. There were also late game shops that had one-time purchase of few standard convenes that may persist in the official launch, but this totals at least 94 standard convenes in a very short time frame. Realistically, you should not have to use much Asterite, if at all, on the Novice and Standard 5-star Selector banners to get at least 2 5-star units, one of your choice. This allows you to save almost all of your Asterite for the limited character and weapon banners, of which we're also getting 1800 Asterite and 14 limited character convenes for free, called Radiant Tides. The fourth point concerns the GN and Yinlin banners. Because we just proved that there are enough standard convenes at launch, you can now save your Asterite for the limited banners. GN's banner will be available on launch on the 23rd, and Yinlin's banner, if I remember correctly, starts on the 13th of June. As I mentioned, I farmed well over 100 convenes as Asterite from just doing main quests, side quests, and 70% average exploration during the last beta. If you add together the 5 limited character and weapon convenes from the monthly shop, plus the monthly reset in a week from now, which is 20 convenes total, with the 1800 Asterite plus 14 limited from launch rewards, plus the over 100 farmed convenes I did at 70% exploration and questing, this is at least 145 limited convenes. 1.0 is launching with 2 more main story chapters and an entirely new region compared to the beta. Yinlin is also getting her new character quest, which was not in the beta. GN also has its character quest, but that was in the beta. So if I tack 100% exploration on top, this should easily push you above 200 limited convenes, which is enough to realistically guarantee you a limited character even if you lose the 50-50 and also grabbing their limited weapon. Yes, weapon banners are 100% guaranteed rate, no coin flip. If you're intending on pulling both GN and Yinlin and also their weapons as a free-to-play, well, good luck. Then you might actually want to reroll, but I assume that isn't most of us watching this video. The fifth point is about the pity currency. Oscillate Coral is the common pity currency that comes from failing to pull a 4-star or 5-star unit. There are no 3-star units. The rest of your convenes are filled by random 3-star weapons or 4-star weapons. 3-star weapons drop Oscillate Corals and can be used to buy 5 standard convenes, 5 limited character convenes, and 5 limited weapon convenes every month, among other less important stuff. Afterglow Coral is the rare pity currency that comes from pulling a 4-star or 5-star unit or weapon. In the Afterglow Coral shop, you can straight up buy up to 2 copies of a standard character every month, which I would not recommend doing. But more importantly, you can buy the current limited banner unit as well at a slightly higher price. Now, remember those 200 plus limited convenes you can do with 1.0? And the 94 plus standard convenes as well. All of those can produce Afterglow Coral from 4-star and 5-star units, as well as weapons, the rare pity currency. By the time you spend all those 300-ish or plus pulls, you will most likely have about 150 Afterglow Coral. If you are intending on saving for a future limited banner unit, you have nearly half the required Coral already. As you can see, there is a wealth of convenes available at launch, enough to realistically get your beginner banner 5-star, selector standard 5-star, and any 2 combination of GN and Yinlin's banners and respective weapons while racking up a ton of Afterglow Coral. Perhaps the most important part is your enjoyment of the game. I would rather immerse myself in the world of Wuthering Waves and just experience what it has to offer than go through hours and hours and hours of rerolling, because as I said, it's pretty slow. Hopefully this information helps you and explains why I feel rerolling in Wuthering Waves is unnecessary. Do stay tuned for more uploads. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them down in the comments, or better yet, subscribe. If you want the fastest answers, come stop by our Twitch streams to ask. Cheers! That'll be it for this video. Thank you all for watching, and see you all next time.